Hello, people of the internet. Welcome to the final Clickfire of this term. I am obviously the Slug, OG Slug, of course, hence, you've heard of Tiger Slug? Here's Leopard Slug. No, that's the wrong way around. But anyway, welcome everybody to the final Clickfire of this term. I'm your host, Barney. I'm going to introduce you all to our panel of wonderful guests, wonderful improvisers who are going to improvise for your improvising pleasure. But before that, keep an eye on this bottom part here. We've been asking you guys in the comments to put in some wonderful prompts for us, and they are coming through fabulously. And in fact, we're going to need some dumb Peacock Wrestler names that I will explain very shortly in a moment. So get them writing in the comments. Whilst we're waiting for that to happen, I'm going to introduce our people and which animal kingdom they're going to be representing today. So starting with Alice. Hello.
Hello, I'm Alice, and I am representing the sloths.
Beautiful. Okay, Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack, and I'm representing the film Jurassic Park.
Everyone's favourite animal. James. Oh, shit.
Hi, I'm James, and I am the messenger for the sea slugs, and I speak on their behalf.
Thank you. No technical difficulties here. Turns out having live animals on screen is tricky. Damien.
Hello, I'm Damien, and I'm going to be a sheep.
Brilliant. Adam.
Hello, I'm Adam. I'm a zoo.
Beautiful energy. And finally, Helena.
Hi, I'm Helena, and I'm here for the jellyfish.
Big up the jellyfish. Sweet. Well, now we've all been introduced. We're going to start with our very first game. This is going to be called Peacock Wrestlers, in which we have our very own Peacock Wrestlers coming into the ring. We've got Damien and we've got Jack. Now, the thing with Damien and Jack is they're part of a very new wrestling ring set up by Peacocks for Peacocks, which they're going to be fighting each other. But just like in human wrestling, they're going to be giving us a bit of shit talking to the other Peacock. So before that starts, we need not their real names, Jack, but their fake wrestler names. And I'm getting some through here. Okay. First of all, Damien, you are not Damien anymore. You are the big ol' pecker.
All right, listen up here, man. I'm the big old pecker, and I'm going to come for you, and I'm going to defeat you. When you're in the ring with me, it doesn't matter how big your tail is, because my beak is sharper. I'm going to come for you. I'm going to bite you. I'm going to peck, 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 and you're out.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's not forget the other person in this ring, though. We've got not Jack anymore, but the Hen Botherer. Hen Botherer by the same person. Thank you, Cherry Skin Animal. I guess you just did some amazing prompts there. Go ahead, the Hen Botherer.
Yo, what's up? It's me, the Hen Botherer. I'm here to bother your hens, to trouble your chickens, to make your peacocks ponder. I'm here to look up, to get all the ladies in with my amazing feather, because you may be the big old pecker, but I got tail game for days. So sorry to bother you, but it's time for you to have to get defensive, because hens are gonna bother me and they're gonna bother you. GG.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, now is the big moment where you, the audience, get to vote on who you think gave the best speech. Was it the Hen Botherer himself, or was it the big ol' pecker? So let's get your votes coming through into the chat right now. Before they start, is there anything you want to say to each other right now?
I mean, I hope that the big old pecker's just is as bothered as ever.
Man, you don't even want to worry about that at all. I'm going to peck, and it doesn't matter. You're no bother to me.
I mean, I've got peckers for days, man. I got the biggest. You may be the big old pecker, but the hens, they're not bothered by the size of my pecker.
Oh man, you're all tail and no cloaca. That's what they say.
Oh, that's the problem.
I'm going to have to stop you there, guys. This is getting too much because we have the votes in, and I believe it is the Hen Botherer. The Hen Botherer has taken it. Congratulations. For that, you actually receive a free dinosaur to drop on the floor. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, brilliant. We're going on to the next game now. This game is called Clickfire or Quickfire Monologues, in which we're going to have some of our wonderful improvisers doing some lovely monologues for us. Those are specifically going to be Alice, Jack again, and James. Cool. So I've been asking you guys for some dumb characters for them to monologue with a bit of an animal theme. And I'm just going to go through the comments right now. And okay, let's go with, okay, Alice, you are going to do, let's grab Alice up here. You're going to be a hippopotamus with no pots.
No, you see, they say that hippopotamuses aren't into gardening, right? Because of how big, chunky hard, it's hard to hold, like, spades and shovels and other gardening equipment. But really, gardening's, like, my passion. I love the flowers and the trees and the vegetables, but god damn it, am I out of pots. Just have none left.
Well, that is a sad story. F in the chat for our poor hippopotamus there. Okay, Jack, you're doing the next monologue. You're going to be, oh gosh, there's some quite interesting ones in here. Oh, okay, let's keep going with the emotional theme here. You're a hyena that's just lost its job.
Hi, Dad. Yeah, I'm good. You all right? Yeah. I'm sorry. I lost the job. I was laid off. Yeah, they said I wasn't really in the right mood of things. They said that for a funeral director, my general outlook on life wasn't great. Yeah. Anyway, the work, it worked me to death.
Gosh, cool. Headphone warning for anybody there, but wonderful job there as the hyena who lost its job. Okay, finally we've got James. And James, you're no longer James. You are a snake who is a Gemini.
Saturn is rising above Mars. My stars, they've aligned. I will meet a handsome man and experience loss of some kind. Horoscopes aren't very big in the reptile world, but you have to make do when you're a snake, really. I don't have a star sign that actually corresponds to my species. The oxen do, the crabs do very well here. The snakes have got to take what we can get. Gemini isn't really a snake, but, I just do this for the money, really. Astrology is entirely a scam, but people still buy into this. It's a living, it feeds my snake kids. They want to hear about Saturn, but most snakes don't know anything about planets. We can't really look up.
Aw, snakes can't look up is a genuine fact from the animal kingdom. Cool. Well, those are your 3 monologues. We actually have an Oscar that we can give out for the best. This is going well today. We actually have an Oscar ready for the best monologue that was given out. So can you vote in the chat, please? Was it Alice with her potless hippopotamus? Was it Jack with his inappropriate hyena who lost his job? Or is it James, the scamming Gemini snake? Vote now. How do you guys feel? Do you think it went well?
We were vilified in The Lion King. Just as a general comment.
Oh, you were hyenas, not snakes.
Yeah, there were there snakes in the Lion? I don't remember. Were there snakes in The Lion King?
I mean, they probably were in the background, right? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, the votes are coming through, and I'm going to just take the first one I see. Congratulations, Alice, you won!
Oh, I love democracy.
Democracy is great. It's the first past the post system. I'm sure you're all familiar with that. Congratulations, Alice. You have won the Oscar for Best Loss of Pots. Congratulations. Cool. Thank you. And now we move on to our next game. This next game is called Gibberish Interview, in which we're going to have a lovely interview from our host, Adam. I keep pointing the wrong way. Adam. He's going to be interviewing Damien, who is an animal. Let's say he's actually, you're going to determine which the animal is. And they're going to do an interview together about an expertise that you guys have chosen for Damien. However, the problem is Damien is an animal and so cannot speak human languages. Therefore, we have our own Dr. Helena Doolittle coming in here to do the translation for us, which is going to be incredibly useful. So I think let's pull out some of the... I think this is pretty good. Damien, you're a lobster who designs toilet bowls. Beautiful. So take it away, Adam.
Do. In recent news, our music budget has reached absolutely zero. But yes, we have a wonderful guest in the studio today. We have, of course, you all know him as Billy, but he is the lobster who designs toilet bowls. So, Billy, would you like to introduce yourself to us?
Hi, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh well, it's lovely to have you along. I mean, you've always been an inspiration of mine. I mean, I love toilet bowls. Who doesn't? I use them all the time. So you've obviously recently released a new book about toilet bowls. Can you tell me some of your philosophies about designing the best toilet bowl?
It's got to be smooth, baby. Real smooth. Let
Oh.
that poo just slip down. Spiraling, spiraling, spiraling.
I like it. Yeah, spiraling like one of those little things you used to put like 2p piece in to give to charity, and it would zip round. That's my dream.
Don't give poos to charity.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's a mistake I make all the time, and a good piece of advice for all you watching out there. Now, in your book, obviously, one of the nice things you've done is you've interspliced some of your toilet bowl designs with some little haikus about toilets. Could you give one of those for me, please?
Buttocks upon porcelain. Poo sliding down. Never get a glimpse.
Oh.
Doesn't scan, obviously, once it's translated to human language, but
I was going to say
that's
it isn't quite 575, but I'll accept it. It's beautiful. Okay, so I guess just before you go, I guess you'd like to leave maybe a quote or something. Maybe really sell us your book. Why do people need to know?
Humans spend up to 9 hours a day on the toilet. It may as well be in comfort and style. Billy, obviously, as a lobster, probably isn't quite accurate there on how long he thinks humans spend on the toilet. But
He obviously hasn't met Alice. Yes, well, I hope this has been a lovely clip. And we'll see you all next time.
bye.
Wow. Oh, beautiful. And interesting that you brought up my cousin Alice there. I don't know why that came up. Anyway, cool. Thank you for that. We're actually going to go on to our next game, and we're going to use a similar prompt for that for this next one. This one is called the Director's Cut, in which we're going to have Alice. She's going to do a wonderful monologue for us for 30 seconds, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get Helena to then do that same monologue again as best she can remember it, with a little emotional twist. So I'm just going to pull up another one of our wonderful monologues from earlier. Let's go for this one, actually. This one looks quite fun. Fish Librarian. So you're going to do a monologue in the style of a fish librarian, Alice. And whilst this is going on, can I get some emotions in the chat, please? People start typing some emotions for Helena to try and do. Go ahead.
Well, so the advantage of being a fish librarian is quite frankly, we're very quiet creatures. So generally it makes sense, there's no shushing in a fish library. You just get to sort of, blah, blah. But the water's an issue. Yeah, it's ruined all the books. All of them. Years and years worth of books just ruined. They bring them to the library. My tank destroys them. But, at least there's no, people here making noise. They can't make noise. There's nothing to read. It's all just kind of floating away. But, it's a job.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so, hello. Okay, we've got some interesting, emotions for Helen to try out in the chat here. I think the best one that's going to go with this is incredibly excited. I think very excited, Helen. So you're going to do the same thing. You're really excited.
Yeah, no, I'm a fish librarian. It's amazing. Basically, we're quiet anyway, so I don't have to even shush. I can just be like bloop, 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 and you can't even hear it because sound doesn't travel in water very well. The problem is, the books get wrecked. So they're just floating about, bits of books flying across the sea, and no people can read them, so even less shushing to do. It's my job, and I love it.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Wonderful, wonderful. There you go. That is director's cut. Just goes to show how easy it can be to change the entire tone of a fish librarian if you really want to. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Cool. So we're going to move on to our next game. And we're going to a game called Blind Date. Now, this is always a doozy to try and explain, but I will do my best. We're going to have Adam and we're going to have Jack. They're going to be going on a blind date together. Now, the fun thing is, they're not Adam and Jack. They are some very famous fictional animal characters that you guys have been writing down in the chat for us. The crucial thing is, though, that Adam won't know who Adam is playing, and Jack won't know who Jack is playing. And it's down to them having a brief conversation about it to try and figure out and give clues to each other as to who they are. So with that in mind, Adam, can you, and well, both of you stop looking at the comments. And then Adam, can you turn off your sound for us, please? Cool, so Adam's sound is off. Jack, I'm going to tell you now, and I'm not going to bring it up on the screen because I've just realized that would be really stupid of me to do. I think he is going to be, let's go with Mickey Mouse. Pretty classic, really good animal character. People have heard of him. Mickey Mouse, okay? All right, let's bring Adam back in. Jack, if you turn off your audio connections. Cool. All right, now we've got Jack doing a little dance there. Adam, let's go with, gosh, how's your Frasier, Adam?
Let's do it.
All right, so Jack, Eddie the Jack Russell from the sitcom Frasier.
He's specifically the Jack Russell.
Yes, well, because the others, well, they are animals, but they're not as exciting as Eddie. Okay, so got Eddie the Jack Russell going on a date with someone. Let's bring Jack into the room. So you guys are going to have effectively about 2 minutes to try and figure this out. So I will go, welcome into the restaurant. Please come and take a seat down. Here is your blind date. And please have a lovely dinner.
This is nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I like the way you're sitting on that chair with your 4 legs. I can see how happy you are.
Clearly. I mean, I suppose you're happy that they're serving, there's so many types of American food.
Yeah, that's my home.
Oh. So how do you feel about how do you feel about entering the public domain?
Well, it's been slightly scary, but I think I'll get a hold of it. What are you gonna order? I have a feeling it might be maybe the scrambled eggs, perhaps a tossed salad. I'm not sure.
I mean, just whatever I fancy, really. I'm just going to see what my master wants. He's just over there. I suppose you'll be having a lot of cheese, will you?
Especially American cheese, like pepper jack, or
something like that. Well, you need a lot of energy. You're doing boats all day. You're steering boats all day.
Am I?
Yeah, big old steamboats.
Yes. Yes. Right. Okay.
Yeah, you've got it now.
Sorry, I don't wish to intrude, but I am afraid we have the bill here. And are you guys okay, ready to sign the bill?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Wonderful. I can tell by your accents that you're ready to go. So if I have the bill here, would you like to sign first, Monsieur?
Mickey Mouse.
Perfect. That does match the signature we've got. And you, sir, down there, would you like to sign this as well?
Oh, yeah. Oh, special effects. I'm Eddie from Frasier, the dog from Frasier.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. And I hope you will you go on a second date?
No.
Oh, I guess it's still that corporate nonsense. Well, okay, no worries. Well, thank you for that, everybody. And, well, that date went very well, I think. If it wasn't for the fact he said no, I'd see a bright future between them all. Well, I've got to say now that this isn't the bill. This is a completely different piece of paper. I am required to go through our sponsors for this episode of Clickfire. We are, of course, being funded by a product that we think you animals out there are going to find incredibly useful. And what we've got here is, yes, let me just get into my advert voice. Hi there. I know what product you guys are looking for. You're looking for a bike for the many-legged. Yes, this pithy title for a thing is going to help all of you out there with an unconventional amount of legs, according to humans, to get yourselves on the bike and get to work. Let's have a listen to one of our people on the street who have experienced the wonderfulness of the, whatever I just said, the bike for the many-legged.
A lot of people think jellyfish just, float aimlessly through the sea, but that's simply because we did not have a bike with the requisite number of about 400 pedals until now. And I gotta say, I've never been happier and more able to float less aimlessly. Thanks,
Wonderful.
bike.
Another happy customer. As you can tell, every bike comes with an inaudible amount of pedals. That's right, inaudible. I guess you can't hear them as you're sailing lovingly through the sea or maybe the land. It's up to you. But don't just take my word for it. Here's a sciencey guy with the expertise on the bike for the many-legged.
As the sea slugs have continued their dominion over the ocean, they realized they didn't have a way to move entire colonies of this masterful species across. And thus they turned their great intellect to the bike for the many-legged. A sea slug has but one leg, but a colony together has several, and using their incredible engineering prowess, they turned steel and iron and volcanic heat into a bike that can be used to allow sea slug dominion over all small shallow beaches and mangrove swamps. Call now.
Call now. Lovely reference. Right. So get yourselves down to Woollyworths and grab yourself a bike for the many-legged. It's like a fish on a bike. Okay, cool. So that was our sponsor for the day. Now I can afford to buy my slug pellets, which humans have destroyed that term. It is actually just a really tasty food that we all eat. So on to our next game, and this is a game wonderfully called Definitions, in which we're going to have Alice, we're going to have Damien, and we're going to have Helena. And I need to look big because of my big slug ego. Right. So in this game, what we're going to do is you guys are giving us some wonderful nonsense words. I'm sorry, that shouldn't have come up. Look at this. This production value is amazing. But you're going to give us some nonsense words, and the three people on your screen right now, that's not me, are going to give us a definition for that word. And you, as the audience, are going to then vote on what you think the best word was. So I've got some wonderful things in here. Some people here are really good at satire as well, I can see. Oh my goodness. This one looks fun. A troubleshush. A troubleshush. So, starting with Alice, what does troubleshush mean?
Troubleshush is the sound an animal makes when it rubs its arse against an object.
Lovely. A troubleshush. All right, Damien, what is a troubleshush to you?
This is not really right at all. Eels like to go upstream in order to breed, and when they're on their way back downstream, they go over the waterfall and they slip very easily, and that downwards rushing is called a troubleshush.
Interesting, very interesting. Okay, and finally, I just need to pop over the top of this. Finally, Helena, troubleshush definition.
Well, a troubleshush is basically the small and slimy entrance to a crevice or hole where a small and slimy sea creature might slither in. The troubleshush.
Lovely, and I love the Harry Potter reference you managed to sneak in there as well. Cool.
Did I?
So,
Accidental.
Doesn't worry about it. So, whilst Helena tries her best to look around this enormous comment, you guys can vote in as which you think the best definition was, Alice, Damien, or Helena. Whilst you guys are voting, Alice, can you use your troubleshush in a sentence, please?
Look at Rover over there, troubleshushing. Maybe he's got worms again.
Beautiful, beautiful sentence there. Damien, could you use your troubleshush in a sentence?
Certainly. The animal watchers in autumn love to go to the river and watch the enormous eel troubleshush.
Wonderful. And finally, Helena, could you give us a definition of, sorry, not definition. Can you give us troubleshush in a sentence, please?
Oh, I've eaten so much krill today, I can hardly fit through my own troubleshush.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and thank you for that, Dijon. Okay, cool. So whilst I put on my sluggy head back on, I've got the votes through. Oh my goodness, it is quite an overwhelming victory once more for Alice. You are sweeping today's competition.
Not that improv's a competition, but I have won it.
Yeah, well, quite. I would say both of those things are true. But cool, wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next game, we have. Let me just look on my little screen. Cool. We have an animal conference. So, in this animal conference, we're going to have our very own Adam, the lion, as you can tell by his liony mane, is going to be leading a conference in which he's going to be answering many questions from journalists after a massive event has happened in the animal kingdom. And I've in fact been asking you guys for some events to happen in the chat. So I'm just going to destroy Adam, and Adam's going to turn his sound off as we decide what this is going to be. Don't look at the chat as well, Adam. Cool. Now we've got all of our journalists in. No, I haven't. We've brought Adam back. There we go. Now we've got our journalists in the studio. We're going to discuss what we've got here for, I think, those are quite good. Let's have a look. Okay, how about this one? Someone has let the dogs out. Someone has let the dogs out. That is the big bit of news. So I will bring Adam in, and you guys are going to try and get him to guess what this horrible world event is.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I'm ready to start taking notes about this big old hullabaloo that's been happening in the animal kingdom. It looks like we have a question from that jellyfish. Hello.
Oh, hi, Lucy Jellyfish from Jellyfish Times. I think the question on everyone's lips is, who did this? Who?
The dogs. Did someone let them out? Anyway, it looks like we have more questions from a sheep.
Yes, I mean, obviously this has done a lot for law and order, and my readers were a lot more organized than they used to be. But do you think that we're all expected to be happy about this situation?
I would say if your Lord and Supreme Lion Overlord tells you to be happy, you should bloody well be happy. And you should shut your mouth and just be happy. God, you're always complaining. It looks like there's a T-Rex asking a question.
Hi, Bob Clucker from Life Finds a Way Times. As someone largely supported with a cat base, how do you think they're going to react to this event, so to speak?
Well, I think it'll largely be like the movie Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that one, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be like that as a cat myself.
Can we confirm a Cats versus Dogs reboot under your jurisdiction?
I would like a reboot. I'm looking to cast Tom Hiddleston as Pussy Galore. I think that's a casting post we can all get behind.
You got my vote.
I think there's a question from the jellyfish again.
Why would anyone do this? Why?
Well, sometimes when a man loves a woman, he releases an onslaught of dogs.
And scene. Okay, wonderful. I don't think we've ever had someone guess from the first question. But I think the two people to blame for that are on the screen with me right now. So very good question, very good answer, and the Baha men will be in touch, I'm sure. Cool. So, gosh, this is that was very quick, and I'm very proud of my improvisers for being so good at being able to guess exactly who let the dogs out, which is still actually a mystery. So I don't know why I said that. Let's move on to the next game. So we've got Adam and Alice. Where is Adam gone? There he is. Cool. So Adam and Alice are going to do for us a lovely little poem in which they're going to alternate their lines, and do a simple rhyming scheme around a particular poem that you guys are going to name. I think I'll let the poem go on a little bit longer because we've got a bit of time because of that very fast conference call we just had. So we go on maybe 10 or so, lines or so, just to really pan out and get you guys to get really into the flesh of this epic poem you're about to tell, we've got some really nice pun titles here actually as well. Let's go with, how about do not go gently into that good rabbit warren. Thank you for that, Hugh. Do not go gently into that good rabbit warren. Alice, you're going to start because you're going to be on the left. And go ahead, give us a lovely poem, guys.
Across the fields, the rabbits scurry.
He was moving quick. Hurry, hurry, hurried. And into the warren he did leap.
But not too fast in order to land on his feet. Upon landing, he decided to go
and wiggle his little tail in the New England snow. But a lucky man, though this rabbit was,
he had forgotten where his footsies was. Upon putting on his little shoes
and stumbling around the rabbit poos, he saw awful rabbits who didn't like those who were foreign,
going gently into the good rabbit's warren.
Wonderful, wonderful poem there. I think that is an instant classic. And I have now got news in on this piece of paper, which definitely is a new piece of paper, saying you guys are going to be the poet laureates for the animal kingdom. So congratulations for that. And my lovely girlfriend who's listening upstairs just screamed with laughter. So I hope that gives you guys some element of validation in this very quiet for us stream. So beautiful. And I'd like to also heartily disagree with my own mother here. All poems must rhyme. I know she's an English teacher, but anyway. So, okay, we're going to go on to the next game. So for this one, we've got quite a lot of prompts that we'll need to do. So we're going to need a mundane activity, something to unbox, a relationship between two characters, and a fake video game title. So if you guys could start writing any of those that you want into the chat right now, I'm going to pull up 4 lovely improvisers. So we're going to have Jack, James, Alice, and Damien. Cool, and that was definitely the order in which I brought them up. So we're going to do a very classic improvised game, which is usually called Pan Left or Foursquare, but we're going to call it YouTube because we're online and we want to be modern. So we've got 4 different YouTube channels for you guys to do today. We've got Damien and James, who's going to be doing a ASMR mundane activity. We've got James and Jack, who are going to be giving us a vlog with a relationship within it. We've got Alice and Jack, who are going to be unboxing something quite exciting. And we're going to do, Damien and Alice are going to do a Let's Play, where they play a video game whilst filming it, which I would judge, but I love those kind of videos online anyway. So let's start with Damien and James. You guys are going to have, oh, these are some really good ones. Let's have unpeeling carrots for your ASMR. You're going to be unpeeling carrots as your ASMR. Don't forget that. James and Jack, you are going to be doing a vlog, but you're not going to just be people doing that. You are going to be a predator and predatee. I think the word prey may have lost Dylan here, but predatee will be in your vlog. Wonderful. Alice and Jack, you are going to be doing an unboxing of. Oh, let's have a look at the unboxing. The shame is we did do Pandora's box before, so I think we might not be able to do it for this one. But let's go for. I don't know how you're going to do this, but I believe in you guys. You're going to unbox your own fate.
Fair enough.
Aren't we all?
Isn't that what life is, really?
We're constantly unboxing our fate to this day, so I think it's going to be quite easy. So Damien and Alice, finally, you're going to be doing a Let's Play, and I saw one here, very good from the start. Here we go. Where is it gone? Dylan, you're just on a roll with these today, I think. Grand Theft Turtle. You're going to be playing Grand Theft Turtle. So just once they'll go round, and then we'll make it. So Damien James, ASMR.
We're going to be unpeeling carrots.
Vlog.
Predator and Predatee.
Unboxing.
We're unboxing our own fate.
Unboxing what it means.
And Let's Play.
We're playing Grand Theft Turtle.
Turtle.
Okay, son. So we made too many carrots for our Christmas dinner, and they're going to mold.
We're going to have to put them back in their peels.
Exactly.
I'm going to get my special peeling glue and start applying the surfaces together so that they touch. Here,
Yeah.
grip it firmly, press the pieces together.
Hey guys, welcome back to the amazing vlog. It's your boy Wolfpack68, and I've got a special guest with me. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi there. I'm Rabbitman4. Rabbitman4, remember that name?
Rabbitman4, big fan Rabbitman4. I've eaten many of your friends and family. And today we are going to live stream me ripping this guy to shreds. He's definitely going to die today. I'm going to use my specialized carnassial teeth and claws to disembowel him.
Of course, what Wolfman forgets is I'm heavily adapted to run away from his kind. You know, I've been adapted for years to run away or to breed rapidly. He may get me, but my species will prosper.
Yeah, this is Predator play, you know. Predator play, co-evolution, you know, it's the Red Queen hypothesis. Let's get a like in the chat for the Red Queen hypothesis. Let's get hashtag Red Queen hypothesis. And hello.
Hi guys, hello. So today we are going to be unboxing our own fate. Here it is. Jack's got it right there. Jack, do you wanna pop the box on the table? Okay, so this is rare. We only get one chance to unbox this. We, for one, are so excited. Do you wanna? If we just pop open the lid there. Pop open the lid.
Yeah.
As you can see, it is covered by the mist of time, but we're gonna claw our little way through that. What do we have there? Oh.
First item here that will be used. The scissors. These are the scissors will be used to cut the umbilical cord of my first child.
Oh, go! Love
this is the phone that you will find out of the death of a beloved pet on. Would you like to reach in and see what you find?
Oh God, yeah. Okay. Oh, special effects. Oh, it's the mug. It seems like the last thing I'll ever drink. That's nice.
All right, guys, this is amazing. Welcome to Gamers, all spelt with Z's, all one word. Emily, tell us what game we're playing today.
All right. So we're playing Grand Theft Turtles.
That's right. This is an amazing new release from Codemasters. They've been working on it for 14 years. Apparently, the budget was $2 billion. $2
billion. Well, you can tell the effects are amazing. I feel like I am on a turtle. Like, I know I'm just looking and pretending I'm on a turtle, but I feel like I'm there.
It's amazing, isn't it? I really like the way that you can creep up behind the turtle. If you press up, left, then it opens the turtle's shell. You scoop the turtle out, and then you can get inside his shell, and you can just crawl around as if you're the real turtle. It's amazing.
A lot along the seabed. You can crash into rocks and like other turtles, like stuff you're not normally allowed to do, but you get to do it because it's not real.
That's right. There's an amazing Super Mario reference where if you press back left, then you find that there's a tiny little Mario character. You can smash into him, jump on him, and he flies off into the distance and destroys your enemies. Brilliant.
So you can see now I'm running towards Rabbit. I'm gonna kill him.
Not if you can. I get to my warren first, of course. Well, he doesn't realise that inside my warren is a pack of other rabbits, and they're all increasingly aggressive because our habitat has been destroyed, and most rabbits actually are vicious. He doesn't realise this. His species is fundamentally weak.
Well, luckily, us wolves, we are adapted for pack hunting. So my brothers and I are now running at breakneck speed towards the rabbit. We are going to kill him. We are very hungry. There's definitely a case of life on the line here. Let's get a hashtag bloodshed going in the chat. Thanks for the $5 donation. Look, okay.
We're gonna die one day.
It is, and thank you for our sponsors, Honey, for ensuring that before we die, as prophesized by this cursed item, we can actually go online with a free browser add-on and find some great deals on
great.
services.
You just have to click the button in the top right of your browser. You don't even have to install.
Now, Alex, Emily, no, wait. You all look the same to me, you other gamers. I don't know. Sarah, hey, sorry about that. Listen, we've just got to say a quick word. Like, if you want to keep our sponsorship going, we've got a Patreon up here. We've got a bell down there. Smash that bell. Smash that bell. And don't forget to hit subscribe. That's right. So, Emily, tell me, did you get onto level 7 yet?
No. I kept on just getting distracted by the side quests, so a lot of digging turtle holes, eating other turtles' eggs, normal turtle-based activity.
That is one of the great things about this game. It's all of the little side challenges that you can get involved in, isn't it?
You just sort of do some more of a sandbox environment for me, and also I'm not very good at it.
Well, that's okay.
Hear the glue dry and the bubbles gently pop.
When we've done with the carrots and their rough surfaces, we can put them back in the pot and boil them until they're soft. Soft and mushy.
And that's the true meaning. Christmas.
Oh. And I'm going to turn YouTube off now because I'm just too excited by that. Cool, wonderful, wonderful, exciting stuff there. And if that hasn't convinced you guys to go and explore the other things you can find on YouTube, I'm not surprised. So let's move on to our next game. And this is going to be an ambitious game that we call Hands Through, based on a real one that we used to do when we used to touch each other in real life. This is a game where we're going to have Adam, Helena, Jack, and James, in which Adam and Helena are going to be the top half, and James and Jack are going to be the bottom half of two Blue Peter presenters. Of course, we're keeping to an animal theme here, so I've been asking you guys for an object that animals could use for our Blue Peter presenters to create for you kids at home. But just before I attach their heads properly to their bodies by getting rid of me, let's find out what we're going to put on. There's some wonderful things in here. Let's have a look. I think this one's a nice challenge for you guys to try and make. Let's get a voice changer for mice. That's what I think we need in here. So go ahead, guys, and make yourselves a voice changer for mice.
Hi, welcome to Mouse Blue Peter, and today we will be creating something for ourselves to make ourselves sound more menacing when we do prank calls. It's a voice changer.
Yeah, I've got mine on right now.
It really, really works. That's the one we made earlier, and now we're going to show you how to make it. First, you've got to press a lot of buttons, like my colleague Adam's doing right now. And yep, you press all the loads of buttons, and you pull this thing off here.
Well, yeah, and then you've got to start. You just got to start hammering away at your own hand, you see, because one of the most important ingredients in a mouse changer is your own blood.
Oh yeah, I'm reading there now.
It's because you have to make a pact with Mouse Satan, because only he may gift you the vocal cords required for the deep booming bass.
The thing you need to know about Mouse Satan is actually not a mouse himself. He's of course a mouse-sized goat.
Yes. Now, okay, this is the next step. As you can see, I'm running on the spot because I need to prove my worth. Yes, to prove the worth to Mouse Satan. He only respects athletic mice, and then you must let the inner rage be channeled through your fists.
And then you can sort of just start humming and hoping that Mouse Satan appears.
You're almost there, Helena. There's just one last step. I've got to order I've got to order some things from Amazon on my tablet. There we go. Right. Now that this new this thing has arrived from Amazon, it's a tablet. There we go. Pass it to Helena.
There we go. There's the tablet, and that's where I send a text to Mouse Satan and say, please can you possess me so my voice changes.
There you go.
Yes, and then your voice becomes much more menacing. And when you telephone, when you make prank calls to cats, they're gonna be scared shitless.
Beautiful.
I think I'm just gonna call it there. That was beautiful, though, guys. Beautiful. I'm sorry, I just cut your head off there, everybody. But thank you very much. I like how my style is pretty attuned to Satan, as my rat friends will definitely agree. So I think you really put out the truth there, if anybody dares to listen to it. Anyway, cool, wonderful. So we're going to do another half of some quickfire monologues. And this time we had Alice, Jack, and James in the last one. So this time we're going to have Damien, Adam, and Helena doing some quickfire monologues for your Oscar voting in the chat. So I've given you guys some more prompts in the comments down inside here. And we've got some interesting ones coming up here right now. A couple that are a little bit too controversial, I think, for the internet right now. But let's go for some funky ones here. So, Damien, let's get a 30-second monologue from you. You're going to be a bird that's scared of heights.
I like flying. At least I think I like flying. I enjoy the bit just when you're on the ground and you first stretch your wings out and flap, 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 and you just take off and you float and you float and you float. But then I don't like it when you get up too high, like up in the trees. I look down and it's too far for my feet to reach. And it's scary. I don't like it. So I'm just going to stay down here, I think. I wish I was a chicken.
Oh, these always get quite emotional. I think they get me deep, you know. But that was wonderful, Damien. Thank you very much. Well, Adam, you're going to do a nice little one for us. You're going to be a Shakespearean actor, but a dolphin. Yeah, go for it.
I'm done.
Oh, wow. Possibly the most, I mean, anybody out there writing out essays at the moment, one of the most important things is concision. And clip that. That is a masterclass in concision there from our Adam. Wonderful, wonderful stuff there. Helena, you are our final monologuer for today, but you're going to be a plankton doing a tech startup.
Yeah, basically what I've done is I've made an app that tells you when there are any whales in the vicinity. It's really useful for plankton. I mean, it's going to have a user base of literally trillions. Like there are trillions of plankton. All of us need to know when a whale is around. Basically what I'm looking for is some investment. I would accept Bitcoin and any other cryptocurrency, basically. And I'm looking for some designers. They're going to get a lot of exposure from this. I mean, this app's going to have a really wide user base. So, you know, any design work you do is going to get seen by a lot of plankton. I can't pay anyone right at the moment, but basically it's going to be a real good jumping off point for any programmers, developers, marketers, designers, basically anyone who knows anything about starting up a business. You need to get in on this now.
Wonderful, wonderful. I think I'll invest. Okay, well, we've got time for some people to have a little vote. So I'm loving the nouns that you guys are putting in right now, but for one moment, we need you guys to vote for who's going to get the other Oscar for best animal impression. Is it going to be Damien and his vertigoed bird? Is it going to be Adam with his concise Shakespearean dolphin? Or is it going to be Helena with her tech startup krill? So as we're doing that, well, we're just going to wait for some votes to come on in. Just going to wait for that to come on in. And how do you guys feel? Do you feel you managed to really connect with your character just then?
Yeah, I felt good. I felt good.
Felt good.
I'm ready for my production of Othel Blowhole O.
That, I mean, sure. Why not? Okay, so those come in, and wow, I mean, no one's really surprised by this result, but the winner was actually Alice again.
What?
Congratulations.
All those votes say Adam.
What can I say?
Yeah, no.
What can I say? Thank you.
Sorry, Alice. You got my vote. Unfortunately, everybody else voted for Adam. So congratulations, Adam. You won the Oscar for best stealing of Alice's thunder. You win another origami thunder, but the other way around, so you can have one on each side. So wonderful, wonderful stuff. Okay, well, we're coming to the end of our Impronauts time, and some of you might be aware from the chat what I ask for when I'm asking you guys for some nouns. The wonderful thing is I'm not actually going to be in this one. I'm going to have everybody else coming onto the screen, and they're going to be running it themselves, but I will be putting up as many prompts as I can be in the meantime. So I'm going to get everybody back onto our little stage here, and I'm going to get out the first noun, and I'm pretty sure you guys know what's going to happen next.
No. Oh, it's this game.
It's this game.
Sex with me is like a tambourine. Spank me.
Sex with me is like a tambourine, a lot of stretched out skin.
Sex with me. Oh. Sex
go,
with
go.
me is like a tambourine. It's done by the least talented member of a pop band.
Sex with me is like a tambourine. I haven't seen one in a while.
Sex with me is like a tambourine. You put a lot of tiny cymbals around the rim.
Sex with me is like a tambourine, lots of shaking.
Sex with me is like a pepper pot. The Daleks are often compared to it.
Sex with me is like a pepper pot. Lots of bump and grind. Oy.
Sex with me is like a pepper pot. It's often used to make food taste better.
Sex with me is like a pepper pot, makes you sneeze.
Sex with me is like a pepper pot. Spicy.
Sex with me is like a pepper pot, relatively cheap.
Sex with me is like a kettle, you got to turn it on and off again.
Sex with me is like a kettle. Most people have it on their kitchen counter.
Sex with me is like a kettle, increased use during advert breaks of famous shows.
Sex with me is like a kettle. Uses a surprising amount of electricity.
Sex with me is like a Sex with me is like a pepper pot. There's a handle and a spout.
Sex with me is like a ladder, it's bad luck to walk under it.
Sex with me is like a ladder. Part of it's extendable.
Sex with me is like a ladder, often paired with snakes.
Sex with me is like a ladder. Afterwards, you'll get one in your tights.
Sex with me is like a ladder, important in washing windows.
Sex with me is like an encyclopedia, the internet version's more popular.
Sex with me is like an encyclopedia. I sell it door to door.
Sex with me is like an encyclopedia. I can't spell that word.
Sex with me is like an encyclopedia. Climax comes before foreplay.
Sex with me is like an encyclopedia, redundant in the modern era.
Sex with me is like a footrest. You get covered in feet.
Sex with me is like a footrest, often found in the pews of churches.
Sex with me is like a footrest. I use my girlfriend. Sorry.
Sex with me is like a footrest. It's under the seat at the back of the bus.
Sex with me is like a footrest. Pretty much nobody has any call for one.
Sex with me is like a footrest. There's always someone kicking it behind me.
Change the word.
Wait.
Well, it changed the word. We're actually going to change the show to be not the show anymore. Sorry about that. But before I leave everybody to say goodbye, I'd just like to say thank you all for coming along to our final Clickfire of the term. And we'd like to thank you all for joining us, providing us with some crazy nice, prompts. And we just want to say that throughout this entire term, you guys have been wonderful and supportive, and we very much enjoyed this. The slug's representation in the world has certainly gone up by 30%. Don't quote me on that. And we have you guys to thank for that. So if you guys want to find us more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like the YouTube people say, to the Impronauts. Come follow us on Facebook at Impronauts, and come follow us on Twitter at Impronauts, and I think Instagram as well, at Impronauts. I'm getting nods from my social media managers. So beautiful. Okay, cool. So and I think the only thing that left to say is thanks. I'll leave the cast to say thank you and goodbye, and I'm sure this will come back again in the future. So keep your eyes peeled, but not literally, because that would really hurt. But thank you.
Hi, consider your local jellyfish.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for suggesting.
Unpeel your eyes.